If it was a standalone movie, not a sequel, just a Gladiator movie, just for the entertainment value and the, for the most part, decent CGI and cool battle sequences, I would give it like a...
Should a believer go and see Gladiator 2? I have my good friend Dan with me. We are both movie enthusiasts, but he is a huge movie buff.
Well, I guess we could start with the, if anyone feels legitimately convicted not to see it, then I would listen to that individual conviction and probably avoid seeing it for whatever reason that is. And if you know someone that would be not necessarily taking offense for you going to see it, but would be disturbed in their spirit or whatever, maybe for that person, avoid seeing it, because no movie is worth affecting a relationship with another believer, in my opinion. But ultimately, there are some good and bad points to every movie. We hope to point that out and steer you guys in the right direction. Shall we start with the cons of the movie?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, if you are looking to avoid anything with severe violence and gore and very intense fighting scenes, then this probably is not the film for you.
Don't see it.
Yes. Quite intense battle scenes, very intense blood and gory violence. Well, that's essentially what has garnered this movie's R rating. Other than that, it's pretty mild across the board in sex and nudity, profanity, alcohol, drug use, and smoking, and even frightening and intense images. It's a bloodbath, but if that doesn't upset you or nor turn you off to the movie industry, then yeah, you might have a good time with this one.
Especially those of you who say you have kids, definitely don't go and see this movie with your kids. Honestly, like, and this thought just kind of came into my head right now, but this could possibly be a very good, like, father-son movie. You know, if you want to, as a believer, like, you're looking to go see a movie with one of your sons, and violence and gore, that's something that doesn't really faze you. This could be a really good father-son movie, a time to bond together, and also a time to talk about some of the negative things within the movie and some of the positive things within the movie as well.
So I guess more cons, and this is more on a movie aspect if you're enthusiasts like we are, and not to do any spoilers, so I'll try to avoid that as best I can. The main character, first of all, not a lot of development, so you're kind of left the entire movie just feeling like, who is this guy? Why should I even care about him? Another con would be Denzel Washington's character. He appears as an actor to have fun with the role, which I guess you can appreciate. It's something different that we don't often, especially more recently, get to see him in. We usually see him in like the hero role. It's definitely not outlandish from a violence aspect. If anyone's seen his last 3 appearances in the Equalizer movies, yeah, thank you. Those are pretty bloody and gory as well. But yeah, ultimately his character is another character that just leaves you like, what's going on here?
I liked his character though. I personally did. So here's the thing: is Dan didn't. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Didn't really care for the movie, right?
It was not great.
And I actually enjoyed it. So you have 2 different opinions about this movie on whether you should go see it, whether or not. I enjoyed it just from an entertainment standpoint of going and watching a part 2 of Gladiator, or Gladiator 2. I thought they did a really good job with tying in the story from the first one and doing it in a way that it's bringing back still old characters from the first one, and at the same time creating a totally different story and different things to dive into, especially within the arena. And now that we have a lot better CGI and a lot better graphics and all that special effects, they definitely had some fun getting into some of the creativity when it comes to fights within the battle arena and all that kind of stuff.
That was kind of a pro and con for me. The CGI, the cityscapes and surrounding areas, all of it looked very, very good, I would say. It, and especially seeing it in a theater, it made you feel like you were just right at the steps of the Colosseum, which if anyone appreciates antiquity sort of history, it's definitely a cool thing to watch. As a good spectacle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have probably some of the lousiest CGI animals that I've seen since, I don't know, King Kong or something. It's pretty bad. I'll say this. If it was a standalone movie, not a sequel, just a Gladiator movie, just for the entertainment value and the, for the most part, decent CGI and cool battle sequences, I would give it like a 7 to 8 out of 10. But because it's a direct sequel of the first Gladiator, which is a Best Picture winner, Oscar winner, it does not hold up at all. I'd give it more closer to like a 3 or 4 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would just not agree. I would give it an 8.
It's because you're wrong.
7.5 or 8 for sure. I enjoyed it. One thing I will say though is there are some remarks when it comes to homosexuality, especially Denzel Washington's character. Luckily though, there are no scenes when it comes to that. So you're okay when it comes to, there's no kissing scenes, there's nothing like that, but there are talks of it. And so if you're thinking about seeing this movie with your kids or with your teenager son, whoever it is, definitely have that in mind and maybe let that be maybe a conversation that you guys have before going in or even after seeing the movie. So what do you give the movie? 1 out of 5 stars.
Ultimately, yeah, probably 1 out of 5. Then yeah, 2, maybe a low 3.
Wow. I would give it a solid 3.5 or 4. So there you go. Thanks for watching this, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and comment if you actually went and saw this movie. What are some takeaways that you had? Do you agree with Dan? Do you agree with me? Do you land in the middle somewhere? Let us know.